When we started on serverless, one of the things we were trying to figure out was how do we make it way faster for developers to write software and have to manage fewer things?
Before I joined AWS in 2022, I was a customer at Capital One. And at Capital One, we adopted a serverless first approach to address several different challenges, and we saw many unique benefits. We could move all of the undifferentiated heavy lifting over to AWS. It allowed developers to really take time and develop code that was meaningful for banking and not having to manage servers.
So one of the beauties of serverless computing has been that people don't have to be in the infrastructure management space. So there's no servers to manage, there's no load balancers to manage. You don't have to worry about managing capacity in different availability zones just to get scalability.
With the rise of AI development, I think serverless fits in quite well because serverless, especially coupled with something like step functions, allows you to write small reusable code that isn't necessarily overly tailored to your current business application. And because of that, it lends itself very quickly to AI generation with fewer errors and easier testing.
I think this combination of generative AI-assisted software development and serverless computing is about as close as you get to a silver bullet or magic to building very scalable, highly available services without having to become deep operational experts.
So serverless architectures, by definition, are not monolithic architectures. They are fitting the software design best practices of loosely coupled systems, modular systems. As you build and you extend your architectures, you are really extending a building block or adding another thing or maybe touching a single thing in your architecture, which means that it's also good for compliance or customers who are heavily regulated, because then you are touching the minimal amount of code, and that pulls that minimal amount of code back into needing to be in compliance.
We're seeing serverless technologies scale to new places, unimaginable benefits for customers like SQS and SNS. Customers use them as convenient, simple, easy ways to bring microservices together and to move data between those microservices.
Serverless is giving you the elasticity that you're actually looking for, so no task is too large for serverless capability. So you're not actually just compromising on performance or efficiency for getting this elasticity and getting this ease of use.
Serverless helps you maintain compliance at a lower cost, largely by having the minimum possible surface area. The less surface area that you have to manage yourself, the less risk there is that it'll contain a vulnerability or a 0-day, allowing you to stay confident that your system is maintaining security as you continue to iterate.
AWS is one of the few companies in the world that has the level of visibility into security that we do, and we work harder at it, and we see more of what's going on in the industry, and that enables us to support our customers in a way that I think is almost impossible for them to support themselves.
By putting serverless services together, really, the sky is the limit.
The future of all of data and analytics is going to evolve to being serverless, because serverless enables this really magical experience where every analyst or a data scientist or a data engineer can just focus on just writing their code to focus on their task, and then leave all of the undifferentiated heavy lifting of provisioning infrastructure, scaling it, and optimizing it for cost to the wonderful infrastructure that is provided by AWS.
Well, we're certainly not done innovating with serverless. We've made a lot of progress just by removing layers of abstraction and helping people move more quickly.
We're going to continue to improve scale, efficiency, developer experience, agility, the extensibility as well. Every time there is something new that we need to hook in, like our goal is we integrate out of the box, and you're writing and building your code and what differentiates your business.